What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's Steve the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you my Smackdown Live review today. Was Smackdown better than Raw this week? Well, let's find out. Let's break it down and find out. So, Smackdown opens up with the Ambrose Asylum and Dean Ambrose coming out talking about how he wanted to bring an alligator in. Dean Ambrose just doing Dean Ambrose things. Apparently, he's supposed to have the guest. I'm guessing probably was the Miz anyway. Miz comes out. He demands his Intercontinental Championship back. Uh, Ambrose pretends he's going to give it back to him, but instead gives him a Miz Participation Award, which I thought was kind of funny. Then Miz beats down Ambrose. Maurice tries to slap him. Dean dodges it, accidentally slaps the Miz instead. Dirty Deeds hands Maurice the Participation Award, and that is that for Dean Ambrose's night. Pretty simple, pretty okay to open up the show, I guess. I gave it a B. I love Ambrose as an Intercontinental Championship, but both he and the Miz declared themselves in the Royal Rumble, so I guess they'll have their Intercontinental Championship rematch next week. They didn't announce it, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, so next was Natalya versus Nikki. Natalya actually ended up attacking Nikki Bella from behind in the back before their match started. So then when she came out, they brawled around the ring. And then it ended up with Natalya hitting Nikki Bella with the sharpshooter. This isn't interesting at all, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give it a D. Not looking forward to it at all. Nothing to say about it. Next, we have Kalisto taking on Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is a heel once again. How do I feel about this? Well, when I first started liking Dolph Ziggler, he was a heel. So, and a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's due time for him to turn heel. So lately, there's people who've been turning heel, and I haven't been feeling it lately, like Neville and Randy Orton, per se. But, again, I'm not feeling Ziggler, not yet, but I'll probably get there. But Kalisto ended up winning the match. Because of that, Dolph Ziggler got mad. He ended up beating down Kalisto with a chair. Apollo Crews comes out, tries to help Kalisto. He gets beat down with a chair. So Ziggler ends up leaving strong, taking out both guys, and looking strong. So looking for more things to come for Dolph Ziggler. So B. Next, we had American Alpha versus the Wyatt family, which was the match of the night. I actually thought that for a minute the Wyatt family was going to take the titles back, because I'm like, dang, they put a title on Bray Wyatt and then they took it off him just like that. I was like, wow, man, that is something else. But another miscommunication between Randy and Luke Harper, costing them the match, allowing American Alpha to retain the title, which I guess I'm fine. You know what? Again, then Harper and Orton try to get at it. Bray tries to separate them. Luke goes for a super kick, but ends up accidentally hitting Bray. And Bray was like, yo, I was surprised Bray just didn't, start beating them both down. I was hoping maybe Randy might hit that RKO, but not yet. I'm still thinking they're doing the Daniel Bryan thing, where Randy Orton he said, oh, I was planning this the whole time to get close to you, for you to trust me, so then I can slither in and hit you with my poison of the RKO and stuff like that. But I guess we'll have to wait a little bit longer. It'll probably happen at the Royal Rumble, so we'll see. Next, we have Carmella taking on Thunder Kitty again. D, don't even care. Don't know where they're going with this, with the whole Carmella James Ellsworth thing. If you want to ask me, I'm saying that she's using James Ellsworth like Dean Ambrose did, and to probably get a Divas Championship match, or I'm sorry, a Women's Championship match for the title. So if that's the case, then you heard me call it here first. Speaking of women, Becky Lynch was in the back explaining to Daniel Bryan how there's two Lost Lachadoras out there, and they're thinking, oh, well, the first one was Becky Lynch. I pinned her. I made her tap out. Becky Lynch, like, no, she didn't deserve another belt or a chance for opportunity. And I called it. Daniel Bryan said next week there will be a championship match inside a steel cage. Looking forward to it. It's going to be epic. I missed Sasha Banks and Charlotte's Hell in a Cell match because I was watching that despicableness that happened when the Cowboys beat the Eagles earlier in the year. But I'm looking forward to this match right here. I think I think what's her name? Alexa Bliss and Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch will have a great steel cage match. I'm still thinking La Luchadora is gonna come out and interfere. And I'm also calling it, who would I think it is? I'm calling that it is Mickie James. You know, even Daniel Bryan was like, who do you think it is? Think it's Eva Marie? She's like, no way. That's why I thought that was kind of funny. But I'm calling it right now. I think the other girl in the mask is Mickie James, because she did sign a 3-year deal with WWE to be on SmackDown. So that's who I think it is. So look forward to seeing me being right. And finally, we had John Cena taking on Baron Corbin in a match on SmackDown, and surprisingly, John Cena won. And I remember thinking, surprisingly? What do you mean surprisingly? Well, since the brand split, John Cena hasn't really won a match on SmackDown. So, it was surprising, but then again, not so surprising since he is challenging AJ Styles for his WWE Championship. So obviously, he's got to be made to look strong for that. But then again, he's also John Cena. I'm surprised they didn't go for like a double countout, because while John Cena didn't need to win, you could say Baron Corbin's been doing a great job, and he's been building up his momentum, and it'd be a shame for him now that, he lost to John Cena. So now everyone, of course, once you lose to John Cena, you lose your heat. So I don't think that's the case. I think Baron Corbin can keep his heat, and I like what they're doing with him. So I think he'll be fine, but I mean, I'm surprised it wasn't a double countout or a disqualification with AJ attacking Cena or whatever like that. So with that being said, that's about SmackDown for today. Who won? Who was better so? Raw or SmackDown? I'm going to have to go with Raw. And I say that because The Undertaker's return and the fact that he declared himself in the Royal Rumble, and now the whole, I think Taker might win the Royal Rumble, and then you can have the John Cena versus Taker match at the Royal Rumble. I mean, at WrestleMania, and people are thinking, but you can't give a main event spot to Taker. First of all, he's The Undertaker. Second of all, John Cena's a part-timer now. So I think it's fine. I mean, if WWE tries to get one last big match out of him before Taker retires, why not? And why not? Because that man, The Undertaker, deserves way more titles than he has. He is a 7-time world champion. And sometimes, he got screwed out of this opportunity. But that's the thing about Taker, is he's an unselfish person. He puts the company before himself, which is why he allowed the streak to be broke. He could have said, no, Vince, I don't want the streak to end. But he said, you know what? If you want the streak to end, we'll end the streak if you think that's best for business. And because he gave that up, he doesn't have to lose his last match like typical old school guys do. They normally lose their last match. But Undertaker, since he already gave up his streak, does not have to lose his last match. And that's because he puts the company first. Had he still had the streak, Cena could have beaten Taker, retained the title, and then people were like, oh my god, dude, Cena beat Taker, he's champ, and he could have turned heel or whatever like that. So, but he doesn't have the streak anymore. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm going with Raw this week, just based purely on the fact that The Undertaker was there. And next week, Brock Lesnar's back. So maybe will that be enough for Raw to win next week as well? Who knows? We'll see. I would say Shawn Michaels being there was good too. It was good to see Shawn Michaels, but he didn't do anything, He didn't do anything impactful, So, so tomorrow, come back to the channel. I'm doing my divisional round predictions. Packers and Cowboys, Seahawks and Falcons, Patriots and Texans, and Chiefs and Steelers. So come back tomorrow and I'll give you my predictions for that. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out.